Jennifer is engaged for the second time. As we all know, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck rekindled their romance about a year ago. Well, J-Lo posted a video on her newsletter, looking down newsletter.
That's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's embarrassing. She's running for class president.
I was waiting for her to say, like, Instagram note, newsletter, looking down at her 8.5 carat green diamond engagement ring. In a previous post, she said that green was her lucky color. Jen and Ben were engaged back in 2002, but called it off in early 2004. Are you guys surprised?
By the engagement?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm kind of over it. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like 6 times you get these giant rings and we got to keep covering your stories and your newsletter. I don't know. Listen, this is going to be bad. I feel like she just emasculates the men that she's with.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, man.
Why?
The turtleneck thing just really turned me off to the whole thing. And Ben Affleck, like, standing up and like he's at a baseball game. Like, I was like, come on, man.
That is not emasculate. I think that is.
I don't know.
I don't know. That doesn't even feel right to my spirit.
She's not Tom Brady with her 6 rings.
It doesn't feel right to my spirit because, first of all, there's nothing wrong with the turtleneck. And
if your wife makes you wear one on the cover of a very high magazine, whatever.
J-Lo doesn't even have time.
Listen, if my wife is like, match my beige and wear this turtleneck, I'm emasculated.
Why are you acting like J-Lo even has time to come up with what she's going to wear, nevertheless what her husband
I know, she's spending all her time on her newsletter.
There's a stylist. The newsletter, let's take this gem real quick. All of us are renting our followings by being on all of these different platforms. We do not own our actual following. What she's doing with her brand, with her products, is figuring out a way to stay engaged with her followers who are a part of her actual community that she controls. So take that little nugget right there.
But she's like the most famous person in the world. Why does she need a newsletter?
It doesn't matter because it's like, why are rich people less likely to spend more money above their budget than poor people are?
You lost me.
Well, the whole point is that you are trying to sustain a certain lifestyle. You're trying to get this generational wealth. I think that there's a lot of things that can be learned from situations like this. I know it sounds crazy, a newsletter, but that's what it is. And then you control your narrative, someone who never gets to control their narrative. So that makes a whole lot of sense to me. I'm not mad about it. I'm happy for anybody who finds love, especially when it's adverse love, because people aren't down with it. Anyone who's been divorced knows that feeling of being embarrassed or feeling some type of way about what everybody's talking about, what happened in your past life and what's going on now and what could be happening in the future. That takes a lot of courage to decide to start over, especially this many times, especially that high profile. So I think some people need to see it, and I'm happy for them.
But would it be, I agree with you, but would it be a warning sign for you? Okay, she's been engaged this amount of times. In fact, her last ring, would you feel like you had to like up the ammo a little bit? Her last ring,
Yeah.
Ammo.
I mean, it would
Stop it, I'm not done.
Okay.
Her last ring was 16 carats, worth
goodness.
$1.8 million. Do you have to up the ante?
Yes, because you're Ben Affleck and you've given her a ring before. Because I do know people that are celebrities that marry just regular folks. I think if that's the situation, you kind of understand your partner's budget. But in a situation where Ben Affleck is done quite well for himself, I think she's expecting, and I think she is a person that, kind of taking it back to A-Rod, remember when he bought her that Porsche? I think she's a person that likes nice gifts. And I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't need it. I think she likes it, and that's fine, too.
Remember when A-Rod was stuck in the back of that limo with her dress?
Yeah.
And he was just all the way in the back, and it was all of her dress?
No, I think she likes them. And
she doesn't care about...
Jenny from the block got $10 million on her finger. I mean, that's a lot. I don't know if it's 10, but it might as well be.
All together.
I don't know if you can still claim the block when you got a ring like that.
Well, you own the block.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jenny owns the block. That would be a cool song, by the way.